everybody knows they talked about it in the 1980s nonstop that they were spraying aerosol heavy chemicals up into the upper atmosphere from factories and from cooking spray that was poisoning everybody, etc. Everything had molecules that would accumulate in the upper atmosphere and then block the sun and thin at the same time. Here's what's insane about it: reflect sunlight while letting cosmic rays in. That was their goal. That's what they talked about. They admitted there were holes in the ozone layer from what they were doing. And that the ozone layer, right, all they talk about is how there's a greenhouse effect and they have to stop it. They have to make everything dry. They have to make everything cold at night and hot in the day. And then that's perfect for their zombie cities. Now, how does that make any sense? Because now their zombie cities are running out of water. There's entire droughts. So then they come in with all of their attacks on humanity's brains and declare that they need to put more stuff in the air that will block sunlight. Now, let's think about this logically. It's an entire planet. It's got a electrical connection to the sun. And they're trying to slow that and stop that because they're zombies and they don't want the chemicals they're using to burn out of them. They don't want the nitrates that have been slowed to accelerate back up so that then they go nuts fully in front of everybody and start, foaming at the mouth or whatever. I'm not kidding. So they talk about studying, not deploying ways to reflect a small fraction of sunlight back into space. Could it lower global temperatures in an emergency or create new risks for rainfall, food systems, and entire regions? Why would they say that if this was something that they would do in an emergency? How would they know it would create new risks unless they've done it? They already said there was an emergency a decade ago. They already sprayed everything in the air to kill everyone and slow the sun's heating of the earth, which increases it. How does it increase it? Well, say there's a bicycler and he's going up a hill and somebody keeps making the hill steeper, more difficult. Well, he's going to get angry and he's going to apply more effort and he's going to crank that speed of his legs, adjust the gearing, and he's going to keep on pushing. That's what the sun's going to do to the earth. So it's going to keep on pushing and everybody's going to keep fooling the sun. Here's what they're doing: fooling the sun into pushing more hot particles that will cling and melt into the nitrates. They're convincing the sun that it needs to put out more heat into the earth. Then they tell everybody, what, you're not dead yet? We better tell the earth to put out more heat into the more whatever. Tell the earth to fool the sun. So that's what they're doing. The nitrates then get cooked by the sunlight and bond, and then you have hot nitrates that are still cool feeling, and then you get that sensation of uranium ripping through the air, piggybacking on the temperature swings, and then you have violent shivering, throwing up people who can't handle the nitrate temperature swings with all the uranium. And they act like, yes, we killed some people. Now we just need to quadruple down. And then no one stops them. Like, this is actual mass terrorism for 100 years. And these people have to be killed. They'll pretend they're military, they'll pretend they're government of small states with less populaces. They'll build up energy like gumption. Then they'll murder everyone. They'll spray more stuff in the air. Get with the program, everybody. That's their program. They make it very clear. So let's do a different program where we stop with the bullshit nitrates for farming. Because not all nitrates are the same. There's sodium nitrates, and those are very, very bad.